Hello. Didn't have my mic on yet. All right, mic test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I'm gonna get my box. Oh, please. Okay, that's better. Nice and tall. Unlike real life. Huh?
Wait a minute.
Short, yeah. Short can be good. Yeah, I've never minded it outside of like if I'm in like the floor seats of a concert. That's when it really sucks. But I just avoid floor seats. So I go and sit in the stands like all the other short people. Thanks.
Hey.
I must have made a commercial this morning because I had that stupid like Italian like pasta song in my head.
What's
Which one?
I don't know, the one that's like.
Oh no.
Yep.
That one.
That's what?
Right, that one.
Oh, that's Amori?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was called.
Why is it not connecting?
When the moon.
Because the bowl. Honky.
I don't remember. I don't know who sings it.
I guess we shall restart.
You gonna make it?
Oh no, player. Get off my game. What's up? Ooh. Yeah, no, I haven't. Really brought me back. Got an itch in my eye. Or my eyelash is stabbing me, one or the other. Ew. Now that's in my head. I can't figure out what's worse, Cardi B, which was in my head, or that's Amore. Why are those my two options? Okay, thank you. That's Amore. Do you want me to turn this? What? Oh snap, what?
My tax return came in already.
I know everyone that's been
What?
doing them has said they come in within like 5 or 8 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was waiting until like mid-March.
Yeah, no, people have been saying online that it's been really fast.
Like a week.
You guys, I can't get into my friggin' thing.
And I
Time now for an update from Fox Carolina News and Fox Carolina Weather. Weather rates certified most accurate.
Good morning. Time for your news and weather morning update from Fox Carolina News. Tracking the vaccine next week. The next phase of distribution is set to begin. Officials with Prisma Health says that they are working with schools on plans to vaccinate teachers. Phase 1B will also include anyone 55 or older, firefighters and law enforcement, among other frontline workers, and people 16 or older with high-risk medical conditions. Now, this news comes as DHEC shared that more than 1 million doses of the vaccine have been administered in South Carolina. Here's a breakdown of those numbers. I don't know. It went black.
That's I hate you. Can someone... Actually, no, I might be able to email. Never mind. Oh, this is what's going on. I'm not connected. Somehow...
Yep.
another time, I guess. And nope. Lord bless it. What? I actually need it. We sign into Meredith, right? Connect automatically. Connect.
Fox Carolina The Morning News starts right now.
Overnight rain continues this morning for parts of the upstate, but it will move out fast today. I'll tell you what to expect as you get your Wednesday started.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday to you, March 3rd. Thanks so much for joining us here on Fox Carolina. I'm Margaret Ann Carter.
I'm Ted Payton here with meteorologist Nicole Pape. Hopefully having a good start to your day so far. Good Wednesday morning. And yeah, Nicole, good news that hopefully that rain is pushing out pretty quickly.
Yeah, we could use a little bit of rain every now and then. When it comes overnight into the very early hours of the morning, that means we could be in for a nice clear day by the time we get to that lunch hour. So it's on its way to getting better. For right now, though, we are continuing to watch areas of the southern upstate and northeast Georgia for isolated pockets of rainfall. Some of them are still a little bit heavy, and we'll also be monitoring those along that North and South Carolina line. Look at that, a little snow flurry activity as the system wraps up, but that will all clear quickly with no road conditions expected to deteriorate. Temperatures in the upstate on the ground are around 38 degrees this morning. It'll hit 57 at noon with a high of 63. A pretty nice day after yesterday didn't get out of the 40s. North Carolina turning a little breezy as the sky clears slowly today from the 30s this morning. It gets to the mid 50s today as that sunshine takes over. Now, this is milder than yesterday. We're going to hold on to mild air tomorrow and even into Friday at times. Then over the weekend, you'll see some clouds Saturday, sunnier skies on Sunday, and next week looks really warm. We'll talk more about that coming up in a few minutes. Margaret Ann.
All right, tracking the vaccine this morning. Next week, the next phase of distribution is set to begin in South Carolina. The governor announced just yesterday that starting on Monday, the state is moving into phase 1B, which includes teachers, anyone 55 or older, firefighters, and law enforcement, among other frontline workers, as well as people 16 or older with high-risk medical conditions.
Officials with Prisma Health say that they're working with schools on plans to vaccinate teachers.
The governor's announcement came with mixed reactions, with most educators saying that they're thrilled, while others say that the fact that teachers were not prioritized actually creates a whole new host of logistical challenges. Fox Carolina's Matt Koufax has more on how some districts are getting ready.
Sandra Williams with Spartanburg District 1 says they're cautiously optimistic.
We are very hopeful that this will help get us to that next level of safety.
That caution stems from the vaccine supply problem rearing its ugly head once again.
We were very disappointed that school employees were not prioritized in phase 1B. Our plan is completely dependent upon the number of vaccines that are allocated to Spartanburg Regional.
In a statement, Spartanburg Regional echoed these concerns, saying they are dependent on federal allocation. They say they're better able to keep up if they get their full allotment.
We were looking at blocking off certain times so that we could get a whole district possibly done and do an e-learning day while they were out.
Cherokee County Superintendent Dana Falls says the governor's announcement makes planning much harder. Their district had an urgent meeting today to discuss how they're going to adjust.
We got to let people go, but, one day maybe 50 people are out of one building.
He and Williams both say they might have to adapt on the fly.
We will be relying on substitutes. We will have to share personnel.
We're still going to, get all the information, submit it in the VAMs as a group.
That way, maybe certain schools or groups of staff get accepted for the same day together. Matt Koufax, Fox Carolina, The Morning News.
Well, Cherokee County says that a recent survey showed their teachers split on the question of whether they'd get the vaccine. Meanwhile, in Spartanburg 1, the numbers in favor are a little higher. Leaders like Superintendent Fall say that it'll be much easier to make decisions when he knows that his people are protected from the virus.
Well, this news comes as DHEC shared that more than 1 million doses of the vaccine have been administered in South Carolina. Here's a breakdown of those numbers for you to take a look at. More than 759,000 people have received at least one dose, and over 359,000, or 7% of the state's population, have gotten both doses. Now, Governor McMaster also has a message for everyone who may have scheduled multiple vaccination appointments, trying to find the earliest time. He says that if you have already received your shot, you need to go online and cancel all other future appointments that you have made. This will free up times for people who actually need them.
In the meantime, President Biden is now saying that the U.S. will have enough COVID-19 vaccines for everyone, every adult, by the end of May. Now, this is 2 months earlier than anticipated. Pharmaceutical giant Merck will help produce the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The arrangement between the two competitors is unusual and emphasizes the urgency in manufacturing and distributing. Now, the president talked about workload ahead for the companies.
Johnson & Johnson's vaccine manufacturing facilities will now begin to operate 24/7. In addition, we'll continue to use the Defense Production Act to expedite critical materials in vaccine production, such as equipment, machinery, and supplies.
And we now have a section inside of our Fox Carolina News app with all of the information that you need to know about South Carolina's vaccine phases. It breaks down who qualifies and when you can start getting the vaccine. You can download the Fox Carolina app for free in the App Store or Google Play.
Developing this morning, a Greenville County Sheriff's deputy is on paid leave, and SLED is called in to investigate after an excessive force complaint was filed against the department. The first showed you a video of Stephen Hopkins' arrest last week. And that body camera footage actually captured the 2019 incident, showing his head shut in a car door during a struggle with a deputy. That we do want to warn you about the video.
Yeah, Hopkins said excessive force was used, but the sheriff's office said that the arresting deputy had a different account. This morning, they are investigating internally as well. Fox Carolina's Amber Worthy has the latest.
Man, you gonna get fired, dog.
You're doing it to yourself.
This Greenville County deputy says that Stephen Hopkins put his head in the way of the door, not causing any injury during his arrest in 2019, according to his report to the sheriff's office.
Including the CO that came out and threatened me and said he'll do it again. So that's what I'm looking for, justice in there, and I will be filing a lawsuit against Greenville also. Hey, this man just put my head in the door and slammed.
We got a lively one.
Don't do it again if you don't stop.
To make sure that we hold all of those individuals involved in that day accountable.
Last week, the Greenville County Sheriff's Office said they looked into the incident and determined it wasn't intentional. And now that deputy has been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of the internal and SLED investigation. Hopkins says the incident left him struggling with some medical issues, but also some mental stress as well.
I don't feel comfortable being here right now in front of the police building.
He says he wants to hold them accountable for the incident that left him looking like this. The sheriff's office confirmed a deputy struck Hopkins in the face during this arrest, but said it was after Hopkins wrapped his arms around the deputy's waist. Bruce Wilson, the Black Lives Matter activist, responded to the news of the deputy being placed on leave.
So we appreciate that, but we're not, it's not over.
Amber Worthy, Fox Carolina News.
There is a protest planned for this weekend. The new Black Panther Party, as well as local organizers, will be present.
Happening today, hundreds of ladies are preparing to hit the court for the 2021 SEC Women's Basketball Tournament. Round 1 begins today at Bon Secours Wellness Arena with Auburn taking on Florida at 4 p.m. South Carolina's first game will come this Friday in the quarterfinals, and they're set to take on the winner of the second round matchup between Missouri and Alabama. The entire event takes place through Sunday right here in Greenville. 4:38, as we have folks that are headed to the area probably to watch these games. What can they expect as far as our forecast?
You know, the next few days are going to shape up really well. We're going to see milder air, temperatures warming up a bit. The rain you see behind me right now is on its way out. The mountains are basically done with it already from overnight. The upstate is split. Those in the northern upstate are starting to see a drier pattern. Anderson, Lawrence, Abbeville, Greenwood, Elberton still dealing with rain, but this will be gone as the sun comes up around 7 a.m. So it's getting better outside, and it'll also start to get warmer. So even though it's cold this morning in the 30s, and there's even a few snow flurries happening near the North and South Carolina line, that's all clearing. And with sunshine this afternoon, highs get into the 50s for the mountains and low 60s in the upstate. This is a huge jump up. Yesterday didn't get out of the 40s, so we have a much nicer pattern for your day today. And we're actually going to stick with warmer air. Tomorrow gets even nicer. Friday into Saturday, it dips down a little bit as a quick passing system could bring us some isolated rain showers Saturday morning. That will clear though, and we're back to sunshine in the 60s by Sunday. So we are really feeling pretty good here as far as spring conditions. We'll talk more about this coming up in a couple minutes, Ted.
Nicole, thanks. 439, an upstate man is behind bars accused of participating in the deadly Capitol riots. The evidence behind his arrest is coming up next. We had to break this morning with a live look over I-85. And of course, it's still early out there, so not seeing too many cars on the roadway. We'll keep an eye on things all morning long, though. We'll be right back. You're watching the local station.
The morning news is brought to you by Sparrow Financial, offering solutions for over 85 years to help everyday people soar financially. Learn more at sparrow.financial.
Time now for an update from Fox Carolina News and Fox Carolina Weather. Weather rates certified most accurate.
Good morning. Time for your news and weather morning update from Fox Carolina News. Tracking the vaccine next week, the next phase of distribution is set to begin. Officials with Prisma Health says that they are working with schools on plans to vaccinate teachers. Phase 1B will also include anyone 55 or older, firefighters and law enforcement, among other frontline workers and people 16 or older with high-risk medical conditions. Now, this news comes as DHEC shared that more than 1 million doses of the vaccine have been administered in South Carolina. Here's a breakdown of those numbers. More than 759,000 people have received at least one dose, and over 359,000, or 7%, have gotten both. Let's get a quick check of that forecast with meteorologist Nicole Pape.
Ted, it looks beautiful today. I know this morning we're dealing with some clouds and cold temperatures in the 30s across our area, but we are in for some beautiful weather by the afternoon. Temperatures reach the low 60s with sun in the upstate, mid 50s in the mountains with a breeze, but sunshine, which is a big warm up after everyone stayed in the 40s yesterday. Over the next couple of days, we'll hold on to mild air and dry conditions. The weekend looks pretty good. Saturday may bring a brief shower, and then next week really starts to warm up even more. We'll talk more about that on the morning news. You can watch from 4:30 to 9 and again at 10. You can also watch our 4, 5, 6, 10, and 11 o'clock newscasts, plus get more on our news app and online.